students, today we will do the continuation of exercise 8.2 as we have already started with. Now see the 13th question in this. Chalk contains 10% calcium, 3% carbon, 12% oxygen and the remaining is sand. Find the amount of carbon and calcium in grams in 2.5 kg of chalk. Also find the amount of sand in kg. Okay. Now see, what we are having in chalk, we are having calcium of 10%, we are having carbon of 3%, we are having oxygen. How much we are having oxygen? 12% oxygen is there in the chalk, and the remaining is sand. So how much is sand? Remaining is sand means 100 minus sum of all these, that is 10 plus 3 plus 12. This much percent is the sand in this. Means the remaining is sand. So how much we are having? 10 plus 12 is 22 plus 3 25. 100 minus 25 will give you 75. So 75% in the chalk is what? Sand is there. Okay. Now we need to find the amount of carbon. If the chalk is of 2.5 kg, so we are having carbon equal to, carbon is given how much? 3%, right? 3% of what? 3% of the total chalk. So 3% of 2.5 kg. We need to find the carbon in grams, right? We need to find the carbon in grams. So we can turn up this. 3% means 3 upon 100 of 2.5 means 2500 grams. Right? Now 0 and 0 will get cancelled. 25 into 3 is 75. So 75 gram is carbon. They are asking for calcium also. How much is the calcium we are having? Calcium is equal to, how much calcium we are having? 10% of the calcium is there. So 10% means 10% of 2500 gram. That will be again equal to 250 gram. And then they are asking also find the amount of sand in kg. So sand we have to find out. And we have to find sand in kg. So sand will be equal to how much? 75% of 2.5 kg. That will be equal to 75% means 75 by 100 into. In kg only we have to find it out. So 2 to the 4 plus 1, 5 by 2 kg. Right? And this will go for how much? 3 by 4. So we are having 5 3s are 15 upon 4 2s are 8. 15 by 8 kg. That will be equal to how much? 8 1s are 8. What is left with? 7 is left. 7 0. So we are having 8 8s are 64. How much is left? 6 is left. So 60. 8 7s are 56. 4 is left. 40. 8 5s are 40. So we are having sand of 1.875 kg in the chalk, which is of 2.5 kg. Okay. Now see the 14th question. Find the whole quantity if 25% of it is 9. So 25% of it means that is the whole. So let us suppose, let the whole quantity be x. Then according to question, 25% of it means 25% of x is how much? Is 9. So what is the value of x? What is the whole quantity we are asking for? That means 25% means 25 by 100 of x, that is x, equal to 9. So x will be equal to how much? 25 4s is 100. So 4 will go in the numerator. 9 into 4. So we are having x equal to 36. 9 4 is 36. So whole quantity is what? 36 is the whole quantity. And 25% of 36 is how much? 9. Okay. Now see the fourth part. 8% of it is 40 liters. Again we can suppose let the whole quantity be x liters because it is in liters. So according to question, 8% of x is 40 liters, right? Which implies 8% means 8 upon 100 of x is 40 liters, which implies x will be equal to 40 multiplied by 100 and divided by 8 liters. 8 5 is 40. So we are having x as x will be equal to 5 into 100, that is 500. So 500 liters is the whole quantity and 8% of 500 is how much? 40 liters. Okay. Now see the 16th question. 16% of apples in a basket go bad. If there are 42 good apples in the basket, find the total number of apples in the basket. Now, let us suppose the total number of apples be x. Let the total number of apples be x. Then 16% of the apples are bad. So, bad apples are how many? Bad apples are 16%. So if 16% are bad apples, so good apples will go for, good apples should be equal to how much? 100 minus 16%, right? So we are having how much? 84%. So 84% of the apples are good. And if there are 42 apples good in the basket, means total number of apples which are good is 42, means 84% of x. 84% of x. What is x? X is the total apples. So 84% of x is how much? 42 in number, right? So from here we can get the number of total apples. So 84% means 84 by 100 of x equal to 42, which implies x will be equal to 42 multiplied by 100 and divided by 84. 42 2s is 84 and 2 50s is 100. So we got the value of x as x is equal to 50. Hence total apples are 50 in number. Okay. Now see the 17th question. In an examination, a student has to secure 45% marks to pass the exam. Okay, so passing marks is 45% of the total marks. If Varun got 251 marks and failed by 19 marks, what are the maximum marks? What do you mean by this? Varun got 251 marks and failed by 19 marks means if he has got 251 plus 19, then he should be on the just passing marks. So he should have secured the 45% of the total marks, right? So solution for this, let the total marks or maximum marks is same only. Bx, if total marks is x and student has secured 45% of the marks to pass the exam, right? And Varun has got 251 and he is failed by 19 marks. So according to question, %45 of x is just the passing marks and Varun has secured 251 marks and he is failed by 19 marks. So if we add 19 in this will be the passing marks and 45% of x is also the passing marks. So these both will be equal. We can get the value of x from here. 45% of x means 45 by 100 into x. That will be equal to, when we sum up, how much you'll get? 251 plus 19, 270, which implies x will be equal to 270 multiplied by 100 and divided by 45. Right? So 45 6 is 270, which you get as x equal to how much? 600. So maximum marks is 600. Hence, maximum marks is 600. Okay. Now see the 18th question. On a rainy day, 94% of the students were present in a school. If the number of students absent on that day was 174, find the total strength of the school. So let us suppose, let the total strength be x. Let the total strength of the school be x. X students, and 94% of the students are present. So present students or students present. How many students are present? 94% of x, right? If 94% of the students are present, so absent students will be equal to students who are absent. Will be equal to how much? 94% are present, so of course 100 minus 94 will go for 6. So 6% of x will be absent, and number of students absent. Number of students absent that day is given 174. So according to question, we are having 6% of x is equal to 174, right? So we are having 6% means 6 upon 100, x is equal to 174. That means x will be equal to 174 multiplied by 100 and divided by 6. Right? 100 will go in the numerator and 6 will go in the denominator. Right? So we are having 6 2s is 12 and 54 is left, so 9. So x is equal to 2900. Hence, total student in the school is 2900. Okay. Now see the 28th question. If the price of a watch is increased by 15%, if the price of a watch is increased by 15%, the increase in the price is rupees 90. What was the price of watch earlier? So let us suppose, let the original price of watch be rupees x. Okay. And how much is the increase? Increase is 15%. Increase is given, 15% increase is there. Right? And increase in the price is rupees 90. So according to question, % of x. Increase is how much? 15%. 15% of original price. That is increase. How much increase is we are having? Rupees 90. So 15% of x is how much? 90. Now we have to calculate the value of x, that is the original value. So 15% means 15 by 100 of x is equal to rupees 90, which implies x will be equal to rupees 90 multiplied by 100 and divided by 15. 15 6 is 90. So we got from here x is equal to rupees 6 into 100 will go for how much? 600. Hence, price of watch was rupees 600. Okay. Now see the 22nd question. The price of a shirt is reduced by 7% to rupees 465. What is its original price? Okay. So this is the original price, and after reduction this is the price. Okay. And reduction is how much? 7% is the reduced amount. So let the original price be x, rupees x, and reduced is the shirt price is reduced by 7%. So according to question, reduced price we are having as reduced price is rupees 465 and 7% reduction is there. So according to question, what we are having? We are having x minus 7% of x. Reduction is there, so minus will be there. X minus 7% of x is how much? 465 rupees. Right? X minus 7% means how much percent we are having it? 93% of x is equal to 465. That means x is equal to how much? X will be equal to 465 multiplied by 93% means 93 by 100. So 100 will go in the numerator and 93 will come in the denominator. 93 5 is 465. So 5 into 100, we got the value of x is equal to 500 rupees. Hence the original price is rupees 500. Okay. Now see the 23rd question. If 15% of 60 is greater than 25% of a number by 3, then find the number. So we can suppose let the number be x. Let the number be x. And according to question, what we are having? Question is saying if 15% of 60 means 15% of 60 is greater than 25% of a number. So 25% of x. This number is greater than 25% of x by 3. So this number is greater. So if we add 3 over there, so it will be balanced because this number is greater than 25% of a number by 3. So we have added 3 over there. Now solve it down. 15% means 15 by 100 of 60. Here 25% means 25 by 100x plus 3, which implies 0 and 0 will get cancelled. 5 3s are 5 2s are 2 3s are 3 3s are is 9. 9 is equal to 25 by 100 means 1 upon 4. So x upon 4 plus 3. That means x upon 4, 9 minus 3 is equal to x upon 4, which implies we are having 9 minus 3 is how much? 6. 6 is equal to x upon 4. Hence we got the value of x as x is equal to x is equal to 6 into 4, that is 24. Hence the number is 24.